We continue to follow breaking news out of Crowley, south of Fort Worth, where 4 bodies have been found inside a home in the 200 block of Kennedy Drive, including a child. Fox 4's James Rose joining us now with more from the scene. And James, what have you learned?
Well, Richard, obviously a very somber sight and scene out here in Crowley. I can tell you that at this point, police are investigating this to be a triple murder suicide. Now, what police say happened is a 9-year-old boy from inside this house about 4:15 this afternoon called a female family relative, and that relative called 911 saying a man inside had attempted suicide of some kind. So that's when police responded, and when they got to the house, there were no signs of forced entry, but inside that house they found 1 dead male, 2 adult women dead, and a teenage girl dead inside, police say, from obvious signs of trauma to the bodies. Now, police say they are still trying to piece together just exactly what happened here.
This is the type of call any police officer, fireman, or paramedic dreads to get, especially during the holiday season. This is a tragic event that has affected us all and which will have a huge impact in this tight-knit community here in the city of Crowley. I want to stress that at this point, we do not believe there is any danger to the community.
And that's the point the chief tried to make throughout the news conference today, stopping short of calling this a triple murder suicide, but he kept saying they do not believe this was, he said it was an isolated incident, and they do not believe there's any additional threat to anyone in the community. Now, police say that 9-year-old boy who called a relative for help is fine and is with other family members right now, and that little boy obviously is the only one that really knows just exactly what happened out here. Now, police do say they had not had any previous domestic violence or any calls short of alarm calls to this residence, as in a 911 call history. Richard?
What's up for me, if you can, James? Did the 9-year-old witness what went on in that home?
We tried to ask police that. They said at this point their concern is for the welfare of that child. They do have social workers that were working with the child, but obviously, Rich, if that child had the wherewithal to call a family member, then, you know, we can obviously, I think, assume that child saw something disturbing enough to call and reach out to a family member to call 911.
Horrible story at any time of year. Thank you, James Rose.